You see this? This is a real fruit tree. A real fruit tree with real fruit that's seeds. And if I go ahead and pick up this seed or this piece of fruit, guess what? Good morning, everyone. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and today I want to talk to you about fruit trees. Fruit trees that can actually give you the tree that you planted without having to graft. Now, my opinion, grafting is something man-made. The seed is what God made, or what Mother Nature made, depending on what you believe in, or whatever, or what nature made. So I have trees. Now this tree is old. In my standard, it's about 15 years old, and the fruits are falling off of it. These are limes, right? And they're falling off because it got cold. They're on the ground. So I picked one up. Guess what's in here? Seeds. Seeds that are viable. So I'm going to show you how I use that tree and this fruit to make as many of those as I want. Believe it or not, I am not new to the game of experimenting with fruit to see if it will grow. I've been doing this for a long time. Since I was a little kid, I've been planting seeds. I think kindergarten, they made us start planting some sunflower seeds, getting some dirt from outside, just to show us that things can grow. And lately, in this country, which is the great USA, which I love very much, they're starting to tell us that you can't grow this, or the powers that be or the companies are making people believe that you cannot grow from seed that you get from a fruit, any kind of fruit, tomatoes, bell peppers, trees. As a matter of fact, they're making trees now that don't have any fruit, which is alarming. Kind of like the grapes. The grapes don't have any seed in it anymore. So I'm gonna show you how you can do this and go ahead and get a tree. I've done it. So how did I go from this to, I have two of them in here, so let me just get one, to this. That's the same tree, and it's from seed. Let's go in the house and let me show you what's in here, because a lot of people, if you see seed in a citrus fruit, instead of going out there and buying, the trees that you buy from the store, they're a couple of years old, so they're going to produce fruit faster. I had to wait about, I say 5 years for my lime trees to start producing fruit. And they were not that size. They were way bigger than that. I don't know if they were grafted. I don't think they were, because I can tell by the bottom of the tree that they were not grafted trees. As a matter of fact, they have died to the ground and came back up. I'll show you. A lot of us are terrified of our citrus trees freezing to the ground. But as you can see on this tree, it froze a couple of times and I had to cut down the branches. And guess what? With citrus trees, they will return. Every root on the citrus tree has to perish before the citrus tree goes away completely. And I have only had, in my career of citrus trees, I've only had 2 citrus trees that did not come back. 2 out of many, because I have plenty of them around here. This is a lime tree, right? And I have a video, I think a year and a half ago, of me chopping it all the way down to here, because all of this got frozen a couple of years ago and it grew back. The only stem that was left was this one and this one. It didn't have many leaves on it. If your stems are still green, right, do not cut the tree down. Just go ahead. If it gets caught in the frost and you look at it and they're still green like this, don't cut it down. Wrap it up. And if you can't wrap it up and it dies all the way down to the ground, do not dig it out. It will resprout. Did I say I was speaking from experience? Let me show you a couple of citrus trees before we go ahead and plant these seeds, and I show you what the progression is. You're not going to get every seed that you plant, but shoot, if I get 3 or 4 of them out of one fruit, you know how many citrus trees I'd have? Now here's one, and it was in the gated area, Now I forgot. And it got caught in the freeze. The first thing that's gonna fall off on these trees are all of its leaves, right? But when the sun comes back out, cover it up. Cover it up before the stems. If the stems are still green, it's fine. It's still getting some photosynthesis. If you're gonna get another freeze, wrap it up. Use ground cover or whatever you have, sheets, blankets, whatever you can, just so the tree's limbs stay green. This is only if the leaves fall off. And even if this bad boy goes all the way to the ground, do not dig it up. I'm gonna show you a couple of trees on the other side that went down to the ground. They were gone. I didn't think they were coming back. And this year I covered them with a tarp, but I'll show you what they look like. Well, I'll show you one, the tarp fell off, but this one was all the way at the ground. And it doesn't look good, but it's still here. Now you can see that I attempted to cover her up. It didn't work, but at least the stems are still green. See that? Citrus trees can't take cold, with the exception of this one. There's a new orange Arctic frost tree that they have out. They didn't lie about that tree. They told the truth. Here it is. I didn't cover her at all. She was completely uncovered. She doesn't have as much leaf curl, and it was freezing out here, below freezing. This is the Arctic frost satsuma. It worked. It worked. They're not fibbing to us. That one, there's two of them out here. That one and this one. Now with your bigger trees, this is a lime tree. Last year I covered it. This year I didn't. With your bigger established trees, it's gonna take a lot for them to get knocked down. A lot. Now this one I think is protected by the houses that are out here more than her partner is out there, because she's lost quite a few, and I might just crop her on the top. We're gonna get closer so you know what I'm talking about. My fence fell down. I gotta go and fix that. Rabbit running around. I'm talking about her, the one next to the hives, excuse me. Are they out? Let me not get too close. Yeah, they're out. They're moving around. So see the top of her? She got frost on the top. And I'm thinking about just taking that top layer off and bringing her down to here where I can reach the fruit, because I can't reach fruit way up there anyway. So I might just lop her down. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if these branches are gone or not. Let me look and see if they're still green. They are going away. They're still green, but they're not a vibrant green. I don't know. I gotta think about this. All of this down there, because the trees broke the wind, but the trees didn't break the wind down here. So you can see a definite delineating line of where the trees around her protected her and where they didn't. See that? The thing is, she still has fruit on her. Look at that. See if it comes off. Yep. That's when you know it's ready. When it just comes off real easy. But this video is not about, picking fruit. It's about what to do with these. I don't do anything special. Nothing special. I just get the fruit that is all over the yard apparently. Right? Just pick it up and we'll see what's inside. I know I was going to say I was going to go inside, but it's about 65 degrees. See how quickly it changes in Texas? Here's one of the fruits I just picked up from the ground. No knife or anything. Ooh, look at that. That's a seed that just popped out. That's one. I have a plate of seeds that's drying out right here. All right, just open it up. I'm not going to eat it. Even if you squeeze it, seeds will come out. Look at that. See that? That's a seed. I didn't get it. Here we are. See that? And they're good seeds. You know why? They'll be nice and juicy. See how juicy that thing is? Now, when you buy it from the grocery store, they're going to look like this. You can't use that. That's no good. That's junk. But just go ahead in here, and they just keep popping out. Look. And I can eat this fruit. This fruit is still good. Very few bugs bore into citrus. They don't like it. They don't like that sour taste. So if you find them on the ground, go ahead and harvest them. Look, hardly any bug damage. By the way, this is the lime, okay? It go from green to yellow to orange, and you want them to stay on the vine until you can just pull them off. If you get green lime, they're probably unripe, and they probably have them little bitty tiny seeds that I showed you because they're not mature. People are not used to seeing it this way, but this is what you could do at home. This is what you can get at home. And look at all that juice. Let's squeeze it. See all the juice? Way juicier than a regular lime. You know why? Because this is a ripe lime. So we're going to get our seeds out, right? Right? One by one. And you get like 10. There's no number of seeds. There's no known number of seeds, but you're going to get at least 10 seeds from each lime. Minimum. Sometimes 20, depending on the fruit. Every fruit is different, just like every person is different. And I'm still pulling out seeds, just feeling through, because I can feel them because they're nice and juicy. I can feel the seed because this thing is nothing but a juice bucket. Look at that. And they'll feel, the seed is going to feel like a rock. Like a rock in the fruit. Look at that. There are viable and non-viable seeds right here. I don't want to drop them, but here they are. Right there. That's a seed. These two, see that? That's no good. But if you look down, or you feel, you're going to feel the juicy ones, and just go ahead and pull them out. I'm up to about 10 right now. And I keep on going, keep on pulling them out. I'm just taking the ones that feel like they got some meat to them. They got to feel or look like that. Not like that flat one. See the flat one versus that? It got to be juicy. Those are the ones you want to plant, the juicy ones. I don't do the float test with this or anything. There's another one right there. They're everywhere. Now I'll show you on the plate. Oop, I dropped her. I'm going to show you on the plate what they look like, how many we got out of this particular one, because they're all different. So I got all of it out of here, right? And you could use this. I'm not going to use this lime. I'm cleaning my hands with it, basically. I'm not going to use this lime, but you can use this to clean. You can use this there's a lot of things you can do with lime, to include the skin. You can make tea out of it, out of the grind. You can put the grinds in dishes and everything. It's called zest. Usually people use lemon zest, but you could also use lime zest. So I'm going to put her over here because I squeezed all the juice out of her, right? That's also a lime tree that I just threw it on. And move the cocoa seeds away. I'm drying them out. We got, out of that little lime that we just picked up off the ground, we got that many seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 seeds from one lime that you could also eat. And that wasn't even a big old juicy one like this. And sometimes one that looks like this will have more seeds than one like this because they are all different. So let's go inside. Let me show you what I do with them after I pick them out, because you don't have to dry them out. You can put them straight in the soil, and let me show you. They will germinate. Not saying that all of them will germinate. I threw some in the pot a couple of weeks ago, and I'll show you what they look like. Some of them didn't germinate because I didn't even bury them. I just threw them on top of the thing. It had so many seeds. I was like, well, let's see what goes on. And I didn't have any more soil in the house, so I used a pot that already had something in it. I'll show you what Miss America does. We're gonna up pot it, by the way. So I took the seed, right? And I just threw them down here. Some of them are still on top of the leaves, look. But look at that right there. One of them, no, 2 of them germinated already. The rest of them just sitting on top of the soil. I'll bury them in a minute. I'll bury them within some soil in a minute. But here we go. They landed on good soil. You know what they say about landing on good soil, right? your crops will grow. By the way, that's a tropical avocado. Look at it. Those will grow too. I have gotten really particular with my fruit. Very. You know why? Because some fruit, some not vegetables, well, some vegetables and some fruit and some trees, their seed is no longer any good. We have manipulated the seed so much that you can't grow it from seed anymore. And that's a problem. So if you have, when I was planting my tropical avocado, the one that's down here, I had a lot of kickback from some people who, and we'll pull those two up in a minute, who said you cannot grow avocado from seed. That's not how did people survive thousands of years ago? How did this fruit, it would have been extinct had it had to be grafted. Where did that come from? That is man-made. That is something we did. So they told me that I couldn't do it. I'm gonna show you the Hass avocado that I bought, that I purchased from the big box store versus the tropical avocado seeds that I planted this summer. And I'm a little ticked about it, but I spent $100 on the Hass avocados and I ate $10 worth of tropical avocado, planted the seeds. Let's see what the difference is. You are gonna be amazed. All right, so you might think Mrs. Jamaica got an attitude problem. I do. This is the Hass avocado. This is the Hass avocado. You could say it's my fault. Say it's my fault. This is two of them. Two of them have been struggling since the day they got here. The day I got them from the supermarket, from the big box store, they've been giving me trouble ever since. And you could say it's my fault, but look, I tell you what, I know I'm good at growing stuff. I know I'm good at growing stuff. But apparently I ain't good at growing Hass avocados. Now let's go to the ones I planted from seed. You don't know me by now. You will never, never, never know me. That's two. That is the two that I purchased the seed, and here they are. Here they are. I don't want to pull it out because I don't want to mess my thing up. But look, that's them. There's two of them. See? They're planted from seeds. These are the tropical avocado seeds that I got. I ate the avocados from the supermarket, the big old juicy ones. They sell them at Walmart and they sell them at the supermarket. And it says tropical avocados, not Hass, not large Hass, tropical avocado. And guess what? I put that seed in the ground. See that? And here they are. The ones I planted from seed are right next to those ugly Hass avocado trees that I spent $100 on. Look at the difference. They're right there. The twigs are the Hass, and these are the tropical avocado seeds. As a matter of fact, they're about the same size now, and these were planted in early spring or early summer. Look at them. Look at them. Versus this disaster. All right now. Calm down, girl. Calm down. So sometimes when you get stuff from the store, first of all, it's not accustomed to our temperatures. It's not accustomed to our soil, although that is not in our soil. Those are still in containers. So there's no excuse. It doesn't like this area. Something that I did or something in this area, I think it's just the plant. I think that it's just a plant because those two seeds are avocado seeds. I just showed you what I do with them. I just showed you what I did with them. Same thing, same process. And it happens every time I plant a Hass avocado, whether it be, and I don't plant a Hass avocado anymore, avocado seeds. First of all, they're hard to sprout. Those tropical ones though, when you buy the tropical ones, and they cost $5 an avocado. They're the big juicy ones. Big, and they're usually where the potatoes are. and the bananas, look around that area where the tropical fruit is. If you cut that joker open and peel the skin off of the seed, the sprout is already going to be coming out most of the time. Because they've been shipped from another country. Just peel that skin off and put them in a pot. You don't have to worry about transferring any kind of disease to your soil, because I have no intention of putting those two tropical ones in the ground. They're going to stay in pots for the rest of their lives because we're subtropics and we get cold. I don't want them to die. So that's not an issue. Like potatoes. Oh no, she's poisoning the soil. No, I'm not. They're in containers and they're going to stay that way. So that's number 3. I thought they stopped selling them because I ain't seen them for a while. I was like, oh, they caught on. So let's go ahead and dig our lime sprouts out. There's only 2 of them. I'm gonna get 2 little buckets, 2 little pots, not really little. Now with trees, if you are planting tree seedlings, you make sure you put it in something where that root can spread. The deeper the pot is, the better your tree is going to be, because some of these trees, a lot of the trees, have deep tap roots. They're not like tomato plants where the roots are fibrous. They're going to have a root that goes straight down. It's the main root, and then they're going to have big roots going off to the side. But that main root, you don't want it to get to the bottom of the pot and have nowhere to go, because then it's going to hit the pot and it's going to start spiraling. And you don't want the tap root to do that if it has a tap root. Not all of them do, but a lot of fruit trees have a tap root. So remember that. If you buy bare roots trees, like I just did yesterday, here we have pears, my table's a mess, you're going to see that most fruit trees have tap roots. Always try to give that tap root room to move down. So we're going to dig these 2 little seedlings out and put them in a decent sized pot. I'll be right back. We interrupt this for a brief message. If you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Y'all like my new hat? I did this since I was in lockdown because of the freeze. Let me uncover this and go ahead and get these pots. These are citrus too. These are Meyer lemons, I think. Yeah, Meyer lemons. It can't take a freeze. Everything's all covered up. So we're going to do that, and we're going to get the pots, and then we're going to plant. Two more and we'll go ahead and get a pot, okay? Over here. I told you I did what I could. I told y'all on the East Coast that the freeze was coming. I tried to help you. I hope you listened. All right. It was bad out here. Because I'm bad, shut up. Now these did good. See, these little Mexican blankets are a joint. I'm buying more of these. I had more of these. I gotta find them. I was on a cruise to Mexico and I bought a bunch of these blankets. They were like 3 for $10. And I think I threw them in the shed. I'm gonna have to go in that shed. I need to clean that shed out anyway because it has valuable space in it. But these, man, they're perfect. A lady, the reason why I bought so many of them is because a lady who was on there, we were in Cozumel, and I noticed that she was buying a whole bunch of these, and I was like, she couldn't possibly move, girl. She's stepping on it. She couldn't possibly be doing that much yoga because they use these a lot in the yoga studios here in Texas. And she was like, no, you put those over your plants, and they are gonna survive. She was right. Definitely right. And I bought a whole bunch and I gotta look for them. I hope I didn't give them to the Goodwill because sometimes I clean out my house and give everything away, and then I end up needing it. All right, I'm gonna go back there to the back of the shed and find some pots for those 2 little seedlings that are growing up in the soursop. Let's go. Okay, I got my 2 pots. Let me pick my blankets up. Let's head on to the other side. Yesterday I went out there and checked on my chickens in the woods. They were just fine. They were just at the point where one of them, the roosters, they were running and getting ready to run out of water. So I was so happy I came out there. They had maybe 2 days left of water in there. So I filled everything up, and I'm stuck. Filled everything back up. I gotta take this one off too. And gave them all their food. They were happy, although they started wasting again. I always hate when they waste the food, because I'm like, you know what? What if you need that? Willful waste makes for wishful wants, but animals don't know that, you know? They want to pick because I gave them some, what is it? The seed, scratch grain seeds, and they just pick out what they want in the scratch grain. So I got my 2 pots here. They're just regular pots. One had a guava in it apparently, and this one had a Chicago Hardy fig in it. I keep my pots. Did I throw them out? I emptied out a whole bunch of them because I organized this yard. I still have a few things to do because it was a mess. It is so easy for your yard to become a mess after you harvest and after during a freeze, things are going to die. Even before a freeze, during fall, winter, you're going to have some stuff just pass away on you. Just a fact of life. You just going to have to accept it. Everything is not going to make it. So just plant enough for you to go ahead and get more, even if it's trees. So let me get this one. This one has that one right there with the sheet on it. I have to get that off, and then we'll go inside and we'll plant those 2 seedlings. Oh, come on. You could do better than this. I don't know what to do with this tree. I'm trying everything. I don't know. It's still green though, and it has sprouts coming out. Oh man, and its partner is doing way better. Club covered that. I mean, it's not doing the best because it did get cold. See that? This is the same tree as that one out there, the one that the dog is right next to. See that? All plants are different, right? Let me fold these up and we'll go inside and we'll go ahead and get those 2 seedlings done. I've been saying that for a while, huh? I'm sorry. Citrus day! Yay! So here we are. There are 2 here, and then I found another one right here. So I'm gonna dig the one out first without disturbing my soursop. So that's one. And I told you all that they had deep tap roots, right? Look at that. So let's get this one in, and there's the seed right there. See the seed right there? That's how you know what it comes from. Yay. Let's go ahead and get this one in real quick. All I do is I make a hole, right? And because it's a tree, make a deep hole. Look at the taproot. It's falling off. See the taproot? See how long that is? That's how deep you need to make the hole. This is not a grafted tree. You don't have to worry about covering up the graft line. It will not rot. This is a tree from seed. Totally different planting process. If it's grafted, you have to plant it above the graft line. Just like that, we got one done. Let's go and get the other 2. All right, here are the other 2. Apparently the seeds were side by side. So get my little shovel and get them out of here before they get big. Pop them up just like that. Go ahead and cover up some of your other seeds. See these seeds that are just hanging out? I'm covering them up. And give them the opportunity to thrive. Huh? How about that? The ones that are sitting on top of the leaves, like this one, just put a little hole there. Cover them up. All right, let's get these 2 into some soil. All right, I'm trying not to make a mess. So we got this one done already. See it? Put that right there. Give it a little sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good time. I'm breaking the soil off lightly, okay? Try to keep as much of the root structure as possible, right? And let's see if we can find that seed just like we saw in the other one. Yep, there's the seed. It's gonna be hard for me to get these two apart. They are close. They are really close. Or did they come from the same seed? It's weird. It looks like, no, they're two different plants. They're two different plants. They're just really close together. Were they twins? Man, okay. These two came from the same seed. Apparently, trees can have identical twins too. Look at that. There's the seed, right? And there's the sprouts. There's the seed, right? And there's two sprouts on it. Now, I'm not sure if I could break one off. They both came from the same seed. See that? I'm just gonna plant them together. Apparently, I only did have, I'm gonna give it a bigger pot though. Give it more soil for it to expand, because instead of one taproot, there are two. See those two? That's one taproot right there, and that's another one right there. I'm afraid to separate them. Let me see. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt nobody. Ooh, I was off tune. But there's something I must confess. Nah, I can't separate them. Okay, so we're just gonna bury them together. We're just gonna plant them, not bury them. We're just gonna plant them together. Take them above the lip. You wanna give the soil a 1-inch spacing for watering. But these two, I'll try to separate them a little bit with some soil so that they don't interfere. There's a little log here, that's gonna do that. That'll keep them separated a little bit, so they'll grow out, not straight together. And I'm gonna cover it. There we are. All I have to do is water them in. These are both lime trees from seed. And guess what? They're gonna grow limes. You think that people in other countries are buying saplings? They are planting from seed. They're planting from seed and they're growing their trees from seed. I don't know where this stuff comes from it's nice to know how to graft. I understand that, but you should not have to graft a tree. You should be able to grow it from seed. If it's something that we as human beings didn't interfere with. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and this is me acquiring limes from outside citrus, getting the seeds and just throwing them in a pot. That's what I did. No rhyme or reason and no, frills. Some people say you have to have sterilized soil. You have to have 2 part perlite, 1 part pea moss. No, go ahead and throw them in a pot. Mother Nature don't care about this soil out here. This soil is dirty. It's dirt. It's soil. Put it in a pot, even if there's something already in the pot, and it'll come up. I'm not guaranteeing that all of them will come up, but a lot of them will. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and this is grassroot planting of trees. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Girl, what are you gonna do with all these extra seeds? Plant them. Plant them. There we are. Just plant them. 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger. Stick them in the soil. Cover these up. They're big seeds. Cover them up. 1/2 inch. Minimum or maximum. 1/2 inch. There we are. They'll grow.